whites, like you say, we're just not having enough kids.
Right.
There's and I'll let you go. I just want to say one last thing. There's a common thread amongst a lot of right-wingers that are, popular. That is, they're not married. I'm talking about Nick Fuentes. I'm not questioning his sexuality in any way.
Right.
And I think it's not just Nick, but there's others too, and I think there's a reason for it. Because if your enemies want to get you, there's 3 steps. First, they censor you. And if that doesn't work, they smear you personally, like you don't pay your taxes, or you had a tryst with a woman, and she's saying all kinds of nasty things. If you don't have a woman, you're less likely to have scandal or someone trying to screw you over for money. J. Edgar Hoover, I don't consider him a right-winger, but he was womanless in his life. J.B. Stoner was never married. Matt Cale, I don't know if you know who that is, but Matt Cale was never married. He was under Rockwell. He was his first lieutenant. So and yourself, you're not married. I'm not questioning anything about it. It just seems like there is sort of a trend amongst rightists that they remain womanless. It could be because of the extortion angle. What do you think?
That's definitely a consideration. I don't know if that's necessarily the case of what they're thinking tactically, what these young men are thinking tactically, unless you're saying, oh, it's like kind of God's work, God's providence that they didn't marry so that they don't have that weakness or that
Nick was questioned about it, and he said, look, my life's been threatened. I had a guy try to kill me.
Yeah.
I can't be a woman in that situation.
Right.
And I could understand that.
Yeah.
I could understand that. Even Lincoln Rockwell's wife was assaulted in a supermarket when he was alive. They attacked, called her all kinds of names. It's hard to hold on to a woman when you have racist right-wing politics like myself.
Yeah.
Most women aren't going to want to be known, especially in Southern California, with an avowed racist. Now, not all. That's not true for all women.
Yeah.
But you're putting them, I think, maybe besides the extortion angle, it could be because you don't want your girlfriend or wife to be hurt. And maybe, the reason.
There's a third option, too, that a lot of times the type of man who is unyielding in his work and his mission in life and in his principles is not going to yield to a woman. And all too often, you hear these married men yielding to their wives in some way. Happy wife, happy life. Oh, she's the boss. You even hear Christians say it, and I don't find that very Christian at all. But you heard Obama say it, and you heard like Promise Keepers type men. Do you remember Promise Keepers, where these men would just kiss up to women in blacks and stuff? And they were supposed to be the type of men who stayed in the home and fulfilled their manly duty. But they were like male Christian conservative, usually, sort of, but almost like male feminists. So I think that there's also that weakness for women that has it's infiltrated the right even.
Yep, agreed, 100%.